So what is self-awareness? Even after talking about what we have just talked about, our ability to observe, understand our thoughts, our emotions, and even our motivations, as well as our impact on others and the world around us. How do we impact people around us with our emotions, and are we aware of them in the first place? So it's important to have our mirror in our head or awareness with us to be able to observe, or our observation is more just being conscious that this is how I'm thinking, this is how I'm feeling, and it is affecting my motivation and my actions. And people around me are being affected in one or two ways based on how I'm thinking. We have two types of self-awareness. We have internal self-awareness. This is self-knowledge about our values, our passions, goals, and feelings. And at the same time, when we have this self-awareness, the internal self-awareness, we can acknowledge our strengths and our weaknesses. We know what we are good at, and therefore we would want to improve on it, and we would want to make good use of it. We also acknowledge we have weaknesses which we would want to deal with, or which we would want to improve on. Then recognizing our personality and our skills. What kind of a person am I? So doing the personality test would help you know the kind of a person you are, what skills do you have, what competences do you have, so that you can work in such places that will help you enjoy the talents that God has given you. We also have external self-awareness, and this comes from others, what we hear people tell us about us, because people have their own understanding of us as they view us. They have a perspective of who we are, and this is based on our values, how we behave, and what we say, our personality traits, and our goals. People can easily pick them. And therefore, it will be good to want to hear what people are saying about you. When they give you feedback, receive it as constructive feedback. And this would also help you to safely disclose who you are. So we can create environments that are safe for ourselves when we know we are getting to know more about who we are when we hear from others. Many other times when we are hearing from others and we would want to block them, we would want to defend ourselves and say, maybe we would want to pick it as these people are against us. Sometimes we want to think of even our family members and you're wondering, why don't they listen to me? Sometimes it's good to become more aware and want to hear from them. What is it that makes you not want to listen to me? And at the same time, you may want to self-disclose and say, when I'm giving my points, this is what I'm thinking and this is what I'm feeling when you people are not responding in this way or the other way. So self-awareness is key because it will help us even as we interact with people around us, as we create environments that are safe for us. Again, as we think of self-awareness, we have this nice illustration, and we are saying with internal self-awareness, when I know my values, my thoughts, my emotions, I'll be able to be asking myself questions of what made me. When I'm trying to self-examine, I would want to ask myself, what made me say this and the other? What made me do 1, 2, 3? Other than asking the questions of why. Why did I say this? Sometimes when we ask the why questions, we want to rationalize rather than understanding who we are. But the what questions would make us understand ourselves more. What need did I have for me to have responded the way I did? And we can be able to know what to do next time something happens. When I ask the why question, it could be I want to defend myself. And I'll say, yes, I slapped you because you made me do that. Yes, I was harsh on you because you made me. So you're trying to get a reason. But with the what questions, we are able to turn inwardly and check on our own needs. Then, when we think about the external self awareness, here we are looking at ourselves, trying to hear from other people's feedback, including how they respond or behave towards us. If it is a parent, you'd want to know, how do your children respond to you when you get home? If you are working, you'd want to know, how do other people respond to you when you walk in? Just become aware. It's important feedback you're getting from them. Are they drawn to you, or they would want to run away from you? When we are positive, we are likely to attract people to us. They want to hear more from us. But when we are negative, people pick it easily and they repel. They would want to be away from us. So this is very important awareness that helps us even enhance the kind of lives that we are leading. Is self-awareness important? Yes, very important, because it helps us in decision making. The kind of decisions that we make are based on who we are, our values, without necessarily wanting to ask myself, what will people say? Sometimes we would want to please people. Sometimes we would want to conform to what people want. But here we are able to make better decisions, knowing that this is what I stand for. This is my purpose in life. Then we can enhance communication skills. We are able to communicate better with people around us. We can identify and even manage our emotions and what triggers us, and therefore not being overreactive, and able to respond in better ways, and even able to empathize with people around us. Many times we easily get offended by others. We hear criticism, we hear judgment, we compare, we diagnose, and that brings negative energy. We hear demands. But we may want to change that and become aware. What am I telling myself when I hear or I assume that that was criticism? Can I change it, or can I ask for clarification? So we ask better questions other than assuming and overreacting. We are also able to strengthen our relationship with others. We are more tolerant, and we are able to even solve conflicts more amicably or more constructively. We are better in our way of dealing with life. We are satisfied with the kind of lives we are leading. We can enjoy life when I'm not always thinking people are against me. You are doing that to offend me. Why did so and so say this or the other? Self-awareness is key. It makes us lighter and navigate life even more effectively. According to Carl Jung, a psychologist, he said, who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes. So where would you want to look at? When you look outside, you are looking at others and you want to compare yourself with others, but God has endowed them with different giftings. So appreciate their giftings. When you're looking outward, you're wondering, what are people thinking about me? But it's okay to realize you are a unique person and you have your giftings, utilize them to the best. Who looks inside awakes. So when you're looking inwardly, you are working on your potential. You are working on your strength and therefore improving on the person you are. So look inwardly to improve on the person you are, bring out the best out of who you are, and serve the society with the best of who you are. When you look inwardly, you can accept yourself, appreciate yourself, approve of yourself, and you're able to give it back to the society. You can give it to others.